whom Christmas would never be the same. I refer, of course, to our leader, Gary Glitter.
Did you miss me when I was away? Did you hang my picture on the wall? Did you miss me? Yeah! Every single night, but now you didn't see me at all.
Well, a few years ago, I had a big dip in my career. You know, from 72 to 76, there was 1,000 people outside my door every day. Everybody was crazy and was screaming and all that, and I went through that whole period, which was magnificent. And I spent fortunes of money and everything else, and then I did something terrible. I started drinking a lot, started believing in my own bullshit, crap, everything else, whatever you want to say. And I wasn't taking care of business and all these things. And then it's a great leveler, because out of the negative, I found a positive. And the positive is that you really, what do you want to do? What does a singer do? He's got to sing. And so I looked around, and we could talk about this for an hour, 3 hours. In fact, the book, the leader book, is all in my book. But if you go, I came back to England from doing Rocky Horror Show, and suddenly I looked around and I thought, where do I want to be? And my audience that were watching Top of the Pops and all the sort of teeny bopper things of the day was suddenly in university. And that was where my audience was. And that's where I needed to be. I mean, and that's how we started, and we built it up, and then it was word of mouth. Because for a moment out there, that the media were the last people to catch on to it. And then slowly but surely, it changed. It took 10 years of change.
Rock and roll, 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 rock and roll.
And then we were doing, like, one university would go, it would sell out in 5 minutes, and then they would put 3 days of universities on. And then the next thing would happen, we would take on Apollos and that sort of 2,000 seaters, and that would sell out really quick. And then eventually we took the NEC, and that went really quick. And no hit record until 1985, where we had another Rock and Roll Christmas, you know. And then it suddenly started snowballing and snowballing, and just word of mouth. The gang decided they needed their leader, and democratically elected, of course, and here I am. And it's beautiful. It's like a flower that just blooms.
Mother, tell your children not to do what I have done. Oh no!
Why try and write that song? Maybe I can write that song one day. But here it was. Beautiful record. The original record by the Animals was fantastic. So what I needed to do was I needed to get a rhythm, and my own rhythm. But it's perfect. So there is a house in New York, and it seemed to work. I think it works. And so we did it, and we left it, and went round the office, and everybody went, wow! Crazy, you know, they loved it. So, you know, please try it. Please check it out. I love it.
To wear that ball and chain. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
25 years as Gary Glitter, about 12 years before that in millions of different names. I would love to make 25 years. I really want, I mean, I am absolutely thrilled. I can't tell you how thrilled I am to be standing on that stage for 24 years. So 25 years is going to be fantastic. And have I got some surprises coming up my sleeve? Here we are, up here, a little bit of magic.